All right, here we go, Jason, from our lesson from today, February 25th, Sunday, 2004. We'll re-emphasize a few things here. I'm going to give you a couple of drills that we did too as well. But on the left here is our first swing. And our after, AFT. Primarily here what we're looking at is what the hips were doing and loading up to that wall, or just loading up to the right side. And kind of just emphasizing more that our spine, here's our first one, so let's take it back. Oops, no, that's our after. You can see how they kind of got a little bit, spine wanted to tip a little bit away, but we just kind of had that just a little bit, but we did much better than we did before. And so really just getting our spine to align more with the right leg. Okay, so when those hips shift back a little bit, you'll see here a little bit better motion here, going back. We got a little bit better. Okay. Much tighter. Okay. We get it. We're going to give it a little bit. We're even going to get a little better because when the hips are in this position, the only thing they can do is really shift forward, and that's going to cause the spine to drop, and it's not going to rotate because the hips are driving. They're not rotating, so the spine can't turn with it. So it's going to shift. It's going to drop that back and down. So watch as we start the downswing. There we drop the right shoulder, and then we pull up and out of it. And we're much better than what we did last time, so obviously you can see our improvement from last time to this time. Here was our next swing. We were able to make a little bit better rotation because the hips were in a better position to rotate because they were more to the right side. Better. As we look from down the line, we still want to drive too much with the hips, and that delays the rotation of the upper body. We want to get, as the hips turn, it's got to turn, the upper torso's got to rotate with it, and if the lower shifts or drives, so is the upper body going to move laterally or very neutral. So let's watch from down the line. Okay, after and before. Okay. Okay. Take your same shot setup in, whatever you do each time. Take your time, don't rush. If you have obviously bad one, we'll delete it, and we'll be 5 and 5. Okay? And then we'll have some numbers to look at. Watch your right arm. A little more. Your right arm stays a little bit more. Your right arm's a little bit better there, but we solidify our backswing a little bit better. This is our after swing. There, now we start to turn. Here we make more of a driving motion. And so now we turn, and then the hands got to get a lot more active. The hands get real quick in the release. Much better hip rotation. The hands aren't as abrupt to release. I'm going to give you one here. It's very interesting. Watch this release, how he releases it hard from underneath. Okay, there he is right there. There. The hand never rolls. Watch this next film. Goes, releases under, up and under. There, there. You can see how they all release from underneath. So they can go at it hard. They can slide it, draw it, whatever. They aren't going to lose it hard one way or the other. So they can make that real aggressive move all the time. Down at it. We got a little bit rolling, a little bit too much. Now I'm going to bring up another scenario of here for you. This is just the little drill we did. Just going to play this real quick because I've got another scenario on it. Now we just did some rotation. Shoulders and hips just replace each other, and as you see it from the face-on view, there we go. And the hips got to rotate. Now you'll see how much better your hips are going to load up into. That's more what I was talking about, Justin, whereas your spine will load more up in the balance of your right leg. That's kind of more what I was really referring to. And then it goes up to the front foot. So it all rotates together. It doesn't hold back or tip backwards trying to stay behind the ball. It just moves right on into it and through it. Now we're coming up to here. And I'm just going to kind of play this one out for you here a little bit and just kind of let it play just so you can kind of watch it. Okay, that was a real good swing. I'm going to take that one back. Got some time. This was after we had done a lot of these things. Club's a little more out in front of you. Your right arm is much better than pulling quite so much to the side. Now you take it up behind you. Much more activity in the hips and the hands. Better, much better. I mean, it's such a fine line, happens so fast. That's good. And I didn't put it on here. I'm going to just let you play here. Just going to let this play out a little bit. We got some time. So kind of more what we were working on here. Is more how the hand rolls or it releases under. Just like if you had a golf ball and you're going to just throw a golf ball and try to throw a golf ball as low as you could, well, you would basically just not let the right wrist release. You'd hold it there. Either letting it roll. Here I'm holding it, hitting it low, or I'm throwing it up. The release has got to come underneath. I'm going to play you here real quick. Got about 15 seconds, so it'll let it run out, but not letting it roll, but letting it, and as you get into your backswing, you'll load it up real solid.